What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Erasure, as well as a very vocal and circuitous Luca. Are you coming up? You're just winding all around here. But yes, we're returning to Loveboat 2000, and the next track in the playlist is Alien. It's a single word title. Those are hard to get a read on. Of course, alien can be a noun or an adjective, something which is foreign, maybe exotic, less familiar, or outright unknown. And of course, an alien can be an extraterrestrial, or perhaps in an older way or less pleasant way of speaking, someone who comes from a foreign land and is regarded as almost not human in the same way. So yeah, I don't quite know what to make of it. I suppose if I had to guess, I would think maybe it's more an adjective. And of course, it could function on multiple levels, meaning someone or something could be referred to as an alien, but that could be a vehicle for the meaning of something which is, again, less familiar and therefore more mysterious or exotic. So let's give it a listen and see what I can catch. This is Erasure. The tune is Alien, and it's from their 2000 album, Loveboat. an old radio or like a music box. I like that one a lot. It felt a bit more on the like art pop side of their catalog and slightly less commercial and catchy, but still very melodically engaging and enjoyable. So yeah, I guess, you know, to express it through their catalog, it felt a bit more like something you could hear on the self-titled album, less like something you might hear on Cowboy. Nevertheless, I'm not sure about the lyrics. I mean, it sounds like love, like what is it, like strange ways, how it flies, and tuning love like a radio, something like that. I do think there's a metaphor at play. Alien, I'm not so sure about, but like, you know, there was a line about like pressing a kiss and so on. So I wonder if it's about the intangibilities of love, something like that, or, you know, the way that it transcends like technology or spatial proximity, the way it can travel, the way it can affect you, the way that, you know, it can manifest in different ways, which again, like tuning it, you know, like one frequency or another. But those are all hypotheses because I didn't catch everything. I will say Andy's vocals are really interesting here. Like when he started, it was like, oh, he's like really high and like almost sounds female. And then I think they were layered, and the secondary vocals kind of had this, not tribal, but almost like, God, what's the right way to articulate this? They had this natural feel to them. It's not the right word, but, you know, like sung vocals, like the lead melody and words of a song they're more contrived, sounds like a negative word, that's not what I'm looking for, but they're like composed, whereas like it felt like he was just singing his feeling with those backing, I think, non-verbal vocals. I think they were just like melodic vocals and he wasn't actually saying anything with them, but again, they felt very natural and just expressive of a feeling rather than, you know, like a carefully crafted line delivery. So yeah, I enjoyed his vocals, and they were definitely, you know, even for Andy, who can often sing very high, it felt like they were up in his range. I also like that it was like if you mixed an organ sound with a kazoo or something like that. I was like, oh, it's like a synth kazoo, but it did have that kind of electric organ sound to it. I like that layer. I also like the deep bass line. There was like this layered deep bass line, which, you know, wasn't overly heavy or rough, but it had a deeper groove to it than some other Erasure bass lines, which can be very electric and metallic and like higher in the lower range of the sonic sphere, if that makes sense. So yeah, a cool tune, and one that I enjoy in part because, as I said, it felt less like, you know, really catchy Erasure, and don't get me wrong, that can be fantastic as well, but I do like when they get a bit more artsy with their production and song composition, and it felt like that is where this one is. Luca, I'm gonna put you as Flat Cat. We're just going to go straight over here, and you shall rest. See? Successful. Luca transition was successful. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you for the next one. Peace.